Hi, my reading friends. This is Sarah. Isn't it fascinating and funny that one word can have many different meanings? Today I'm going to read Calling Doctor Amelia Bedelia. The doctor is out, but Amelia Bedelia is ready to help. But she has a different kind of medicine. Read along with us to find out. Today I have a young reading friend, Mazen, who's going to read for us. You ready, Mazen?
Yes.
Okay, let's start.
It was a hot day. Mr. Rogers was even hotter. Amelia Bedelia, yelled Mr. Rogers. What are you doing? What's wrong? Said Amelia Bedelia. You said it was hot enough to stop, said Mr. Rogers. It was hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk, not on my car. Well, said Amelia Bedelia, you should be glad I would never fry your eggs on a dirty old sidewalk.
So it's hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk. What do you think that expression means?
It's really hot.
It's really hot. But you can see Amelia Bedelia has gone and fried the eggs on the car. Okay, continue.
Forget about the eggs, said Mr. Rogers. You will be late for your appointment with Dr. Horton. Jump in the car. Yes, sir, said Amelia Bedelia.
Okay, he's asked her to jump into the car.
She bounced up and down on her seat. Sit still, said Mr. Rogers. Good, said Amelia Bedelia. It wasn't easy to jump in your car.
So what does the expression jump in the car mean?
Like get inside the
car. But she thinks and she's actually jumping up and down in the car. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers shook his hand. What kind of doctor is Dr. Horton? He asked. The best kind, said Amelia Bedelia. She's a very good doctor. Of course, said Mr. Rogers. I mean, who does Dr. Horton treat? Everyone, said Amelia Bedelia. She treats good boys and girls to ice cream.
So what does treat mean when a doctor treats? What does he give?
He gives medicine.
He gives medicine. But here Amelia Bedelia says that good boys and girls will get ice cream. Okay.
They arrived at Dr. Horton's office. Mr. Rogers took out a bottle. What are those pills? asked Amelia Bedelia. They are for a headache, said Mr. Rogers. Why do you want a headache? Asked Amelia Bedelia. I have a headache now.
So what do you think when he says they are for a headache? What does that mean?
Like there are medicines for a headache.
So that a headache doesn't come, isn't it? But here Amelia Bedelia is saying, why do you want a headache? Okay, I have a headache now, said Mr. Rogers.
Then why do you want another one? Asked Amelia Bedelia. I don't, said Mr. Rogers. In fact, I'm getting rid of my best headache. Goodbye.
Biggest headache. Goodbye. Who do you think is his biggest headache now? It could be her. Is she the biggest headache? She's causing quite a headache. Okay.
Goodbye, said Amelia Bedelia. Thanks for the ride. I hope you feel better. Thank you, said Mr. Rogers. Call me when you're done. Amelia Bedelia opened the door to Dr. Horton's office. It was a lot noisier than usual.
Okay, it was a lot noisier than usual. Okay, slowly.
Amelia Bedelia, said Nurse Ames. Your sight for sore eyes. How terrible, said Amelia Bedelia. I'm sorry for that your eyes hurt.
What do you mean? You are a sight for sore eyes?
Means like my eyes are...
It means that she's very happy to see her. Like for my tired eyes, you are a very pleasant sight. I'm very happy that you have come to help me. But Amelia Bedelia is saying, I'm sorry that your eyes hurt. Okay?
My eyes are fine, said Nurse Ames, but I'm up to my eyeballs in patience.
Okay.
Dr. Horton had to visit the hospital. Would you give me a hand until she gets back?
So she's asking her, can you give me a hand until she gets back?
No, said Amelia Bedelia. Both my hands are attached to me, but I would be glad to help you. Right then a telephone rang. Hello, this is Dr. Horton's office, said Amelia Bedelia. This is Mrs. Bender, said a woman. I'm calling because I've got hives. That's great, said Amelia Bedelia. I'll bet you have honey.
So she's calling and saying, I've got hives, which means she's very ill. She's got hives. You can see the marks on her face. But Amelia Bedelia is thinking about bees and
Beehives.
honey. So she's saying, oh, I bet you have honey.
Don't call me honey, said Mrs. Bender. Do you know what it means to have hives? I sure do. Honey, said Amelia Bedelia. Stop calling me honey, said Mrs. Bender. I'm coming down to see Dr. Horton right now. Good, said Amelia Bedelia. Bring us some honey.
So she's asking her, please bring us some honey. Mrs. Bender's got really angry and she just put bang down the phone.
Guess what, said Amelia Bedelia. Mrs. Bender's coming to see us. Oh my, said Nurse Ames. Mrs. Bender is a pain in the neck, but her heart is in the right place. Wow, said Amelia Bedelia. It would be terrible if her heart were down in her foot.
When you say Mrs. Bender is a pain in the neck, what do you mean?
She means like she's annoying.
Yes, like she's a very annoying person, but her heart is in the right place, which means she's a very good person. She's good at heart, but she can be quite annoying. So Amelia Bedelia says it would be terrible if her heart were down in her foot. So continue.
This is April, said Nurse Ames. She is a little scared. Will you take her temperature? I will try, said Amelia Bedelia. Give it a shot, said Nurse Ames. A shot, wailed April.
April started crying because a shot means an injection, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, said Nurse Ames. It's just a thermometer, said Amelia Bedelia. Will you tell me the temperature in 3 minutes? I don't have a watch, said Amelia Bedelia. Look out the window, said Nurse Ames. The bank is across the street. Has a big clock.
Big clock. You can look at that clock and tell me. Okay.
Bring. Amelia Bedelia was busier than ever. She answered call after call. I hear ringing in my ears. A ringing? Maybe you should answer the doorbell. My nose hurts on the bridge. Well, get off that bridge.
So somebody's saying, I hear a ringing in my ears. What do you think that means?
Like he's hearing
Sounds.
ting, ting, ting in
Yes.
his ear.
He's hearing a ting, ting, ting in his ear. So what is Amelia Bedelia saying? You should answer
And
the
the
doorbell. And this man says, my nose hurts on the bridge. And she thinks of the bridge, which is
on the real bridge where you walk.
where you walk or you go on with a car. Okay.
I've got some kind of bug. I hope you let it go. Bugs can bite.
What bug does she mean?
Like she got some kind of illness.
She got a fever. Yes, very good.
Oh, Amelia Bedelia, said Nurse Ames, don't forget about the temperature. Amelia Bedelia ran to the window. It says 98 degrees.
Okay.
Fine, said Nurse Ames. 98 is normal. Yes, said Amelia Bedelia. That is normal for August. For August? said Nurse Ames. Don't you mean for April? Finally, April smiled.
Okay.
A boy came to the office. Excuse me, he said. I'm here for a test. Then you must be lost, said Amelia Bedelia. You have to go to take a test at school.
Yeah, she says you have to go to school to take a test. But what test does he mean here?
Like a blood test.
Yes, he means a blood test.
I'm here for the blood test, said the boy. A blood test? Asked Amelia Bedelia. What kind of crazy test is that? True or false? I wish it was, said the boy. Well, said Amelia Bedelia, let's give it a try. True or false? Do you have blood? True, he said. Of course I have blood. Then you pass, said Amelia Bedelia. What if I didn't have blood? Asked the boy. Then you would pass out, said Amelia Bedelia.
So she says that if you have blood, you will pass the test. Okay, go slow. Yeah, let's see.
Hi, Andy, said Nurse Ames. We need to draw your blood. Please take Andy to the examination room.
Examination room. So to draw blood, what does that mean?
Like to take an injection?
To take an injection, to draw out blood, to take blood, yes.
Look at this blank paper. said Amelia Bedelia. Andy, why don't you draw your own blood?
So she's asking him to draw his own blood. Let's see how he does that.
Amelia Bedelia gave Andy a big red pen. He began to draw. Mom told me, said Andy, that when you draw blood, I will feel a little sick.
Okay.
Amelia Bedelia looked all around. Here, she said, this old ice cream stick, those depress your tongue, said Andy. Right you are, said Amelia Bedelia. A stick without ice cream would depress anyone's
Would depress anyone's tongue. So what does depress your tongue here mean? To push down your tongue so that he can see the throat. But here, Amelia Bedelia says depress as in sad, isn't it? Okay. That reminds me,
said Amelia Bedelia. She made a phone call. As soon as she hung up, the phone rang again.
Okay.
Dr. Horton's office, said Amelia Bedelia. I have a problem, said a man. I am a little horse. A little horse? Ha, said Amelia Bedelia. You can't fool me. A pony can't talk.
What do you mean by a little horse?
Like his voice is
gone.
Gone.
Okay, his voice is cracking. He's feeling a little hoarse. But Amelia Bedelia says horse as in pony. Okay, let's see.
I have a frog in my throat, the man croaked. Yuck, said Amelia Bedelia. Spit it out. Listen to me, he said. I'm sick as a dog. Make up your mind, said Amelia Bedelia. Pony, frog, or dog? Maybe
so what is I'm as sick as a dog? What is that expression?
I'm very sick.
I'm really sick. Okay.
I'm coming down there, he said, and hung up.
All right.
Ring. The phone rang again. Dr. Horton's office, said Amelia Bedelia. Hello, my office, joked Dr. Horton. Hi, Dr. Horton, said Amelia Bedelia. I have been helping Nurse Ames. How nice of you, said Dr. Horton.
Yeah, we'll go slowly. Okay.
So much has happened, said Amelia Bedelia. But best of all, April is normal for August. April, August, what? said Dr. Horton. Then I gave Andy a blood test, said Amelia Bedelia. You drew Andy's blood, asked Dr. Horton. No, said Amelia Bedelia. Andy drew his own blood.
Andy drew his own blood. The table is covered with it. So the boy has scribbled all over the table.
What? Shouted Dr. Horton. Are you treating my patients? Not yet, said Amelia Bedelia. But I will soon. Don't tease me, said Dr. Horton. I am almost out of patience.
What does patience mean?
Like she's...
to be tolerant. Okay.
Oh no, you're not, said Amelia Bedelia. Your office is full of patients.
That means patients who come to see the doctor. Okay.
I will be right there, said Dr. Horton. The office door burst open. Out of my way, yelled a woman. I am Mrs. Bender. Just look at my hives. How nice, said Amelia Bedelia. You came to bring us honey. But first let's take care of that pain in your neck.
So because she is a pain in the neck, so now here Amelia Bedelia says that her neck has to be treated.
Amelia Bedelia began to rap. Mrs. Bender in bandages. But she did not finish the job. All patients Amelia Bedelia had upset on the phone stormed into the waiting room.
All the patients rushed into the waiting room.
Just then Dr. Horton walked in. Calm down, said Horton. I will take care of everyone. My throat, oh my stomach, my head, my nose hurts. Stop that ringing. Dr. Horton looked at the crowd in her office. Who's first? She asked. Me, said the delivery man. This ice cream is starting to melt. What ice cream? Said Dr. Horton. Your ice cream, said Amelia Bedelia. I told you I was treating your patients.
So she was treating the patients to ice cream. Okay.
Dr. Horton laughed. Good for you, she said. My patient patients all deserve a treat.
So all the patients have been quite patient with Amelia Bedelia, so they all deserve a treat.
They were enjoying their ice cream when Mr. Rogers arrived. Amelia Bedelia, said Mr. Rogers. I was worried. Why did not you call?
Why didn't you call?
I have been busy, said Amelia Bedelia. Yes, said Dr. Horton. She was a huge help. And you must be Mr. Rogers. Pleased to meet you, said Mr. Rogers. Dr. Horton looked at Mr. Rogers. Do you feel okay? Asked Dr. Horton. You don't look very good. We know that, said Amelia Bedelia, but we have gotten used to him. Say said Dr. Horton.
Uh-oh, said Mr. Rogers.
Not said Amelia Bedelia. Say like this.
Okay.
Aha, said Dr. Horton. I knew it. Amelia Bedelia, take Mr. Rogers home and get him to bed.
Get him into bed. So let's see. I think he's sick.
I am as strong as an ox, said Mr. Rogers. Yes, dear, said Mrs. Rogers, and as stubborn as a mule with chicken pox.
So what is as stubborn as a mule? It means?
Like,
he's very stubborn and he's not listening to anyone. Okay.
Speaking of chicken, said Amelia Bedelia, here's some homemade chicken soup. Yum, said Mr. Rogers. This hits the spot.
What is the expression, this hits the spot mean?
Like, I knew it would. I was just looking for this food.
Yes, I was looking out for this. Very good.
Which spot? Asked Amelia Bedelia. The big spot on your cheek or the little spot on your chin? Or maybe the teeny spot on... Enough, said Mr. Rogers. Okay, said Amelia Bedelia. I will go wash those eggs on your car. Good idea, said Mr. Rogers. Put some wax on it too. Sure thing, said Amelia Bedelia.
So Mr. Rogers has asked her to put some wax on his car. Let's see what Amelia Bedelia is up to.
Amelia Bedelia got a pail and some water, and she did not forget the wax.
Oh my goodness, she's put candles on the car. Thank you.